Wait, what? Seriously? Two stimulus checks and retroactive pay for dependent adults? This is absolutely nuts. Hey everyone, it's Matt. I'm just reading through the newly introduced stimulus bill from the Problem Solvers Caucus, and this thing is absolutely amazing. Literally, every time I read through it, it literally gets better and better. But hey, I'm going to get right into the details. But as always, my videos pertain to everybody, but I just want to make it clear that if you're someone in the following categories, this video also pertains to you. Social Security recipients, including retirement, disability, and survivors. SSI recipients, supplemental security income. VA beneficiaries, as well as low income and no income. But hey, if you're new here or you're not subscribed for any reason, be sure to subscribe so that you can be eligible for that $2,400 giveaway that I have coming up. All right, good luck to everybody. But let's get right into this. This is super, super exciting. So I want to get right into the details. I'm just going to nail just the headliner details here, and then we're going to get into a deep dive into what do these other elements of this mean as far as the stimulus checks, the retroactive pay, and what is going on with that second stimulus check in here, or should I say third stimulus check. So this is crazy. All right, let's get right into this. So as we know, yesterday this was introduced, but we finally have the actual details, like the final breakdown of all the numbers. Actually, I had this yesterday, but I thought, you know what, I'm not going to produce a third video yesterday. I kind of wanted to respect everybody's time, and I thought I'll hit it this morning. So, all right, let's get into this, and this is really good stuff. So, we have $100 billion being allocated for testing and healthcare, $500 billion for state and local aid. We have $145 billion for schools. And of course, there's a ton of other elements within here. I'm just kind of hitting on some that actually pertain to people here. But of course, there's a lot of stuff in there for business, small business, PPP. There's all kinds of different parameters. But again, I can hit on that in a different video. But I just want to get straight to what everybody cares about, the stimulus check. So let's get right into it. Here is where it gets good. So here we go. Let's get into this. $316 billion allocated for support for individuals and families. That breaks down as this is really cool right here, a 15% plus up for WIC. That is women, infant, children through March of 2021. So that's awesome, 15% boost right there. There's an additional 15% plus up for SNAP, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program through July 2021. Awesome stuff right there. That's really huge too. So that actually pertains to a lot of you here on the channel who, get SNAP benefits. Again, a lot of you have been asking, are we going to get additional food assistance? Well, there you go. It's right here in it. 15%, I mean, it's not huge, but you know what? 15% is 15%. I'll take it, right? I hope that's good news for a lot of people here. There's also rental assistance / rent stabilization and an extension of the eviction moratorium through January 2021. So as we currently know, the CDC has that eviction ban going into place. It started just a few days ago. That is through the end of 2020. However, this extends that on for another month through the end of January 2021. So that's good stuff. Also, rental assistance. That's awesome. I mean, that's really cool. I talked about just the other day, there's $25 billion of unpaid rent in this country just from the last 6 months. So rental assistance, rental stabilization, those are very important as it's going to help people, who can't pay their rent, maybe anyway, it's good stuff. Either way, moral of the story is it's good. That's great that it's in here. All right, here's where it gets really good. The stimulus checks. Let's talk about this. As it says, $1,200 direct stimulus checks plus $500 per dependent child plus dependent adults retroactive. All right, I'm going to run through this line one more time because there's a question mark on this one. I'm going to read through it and then I'm going to explain one more time why there's a question mark. So here's what the line says. $1,200 direct stimulus checks plus $500 per dependent child plus dependent adults. And then in parentheses at the end of the line, it says retroactive. So there's a huge question mark on this line. So we know the stimulus checks are in there. We know the $500 is in there for the dependents. We know that adult dependents are in there. But what I'm wondering is, what does retroactive mean after dependent adults? So after the words plus dependent adults, in parentheses, it says retroactive. So I have a huge question mark on that line because I'm wondering, what do you mean by retroactive? Are we talking adult dependents could possibly get retroactive pay back to the first stimulus check? What are we talking about there? We need further clarification. Somebody be watching that one very closely because that is big right there. There's a lot of people who watch this channel who are dependent adults who were missed out on the first stimulus check simply because you were claimed as a dependent. And as the first stimulus package was written, anybody who was claimed as a dependent over the age 17 or older was not included. So I want clarification on that. Hopefully we'll get it. Like I said, this was just introduced yesterday, so I'm guessing we're going to get some further clarification on all this. So this is good stuff, but that retroactive is key in that line because let's just be honest, if they weren't going to honor retroactive pay, the word retroactive wouldn't be in that line. It's specifically right in the line talking about stimulus checks. So I'll continue to watch that very closely. Let's talk about the next stimulus check. This is crazy. There's 2 stimulus checks written into this bill. Seriously, here we are. We've been only wanting 1 stimulus check. Well, let's be honest. We've wanted multiple stimulus checks, but we've just been basically praying that we get a second one. Well, there's actually technically a third one written into this bill. So stimulus check number 3, potentially. And what this is, it's basically there's like stabilizers within this proposal, basically saying if the economy is not doing very well, then they're going to deploy these additional stabilizers within here and ramp up the stimulus bill by virtually another $500 billion. And that means in March, if the economy is not doing very well, there will automatically be another stimulus check deployed in March of 2021. So, we'll have to watch the economic numbers, and however they determine that the economy is not doing well, then they would deploy that second, or I keep saying second, technically it would be the third stimulus check in March of 2021. So that is really, really cool stuff right there. So we'll have to watch that again, but it's so awesome that they have that written right into the language so that potentially there could be even another stimulus check. And we would have to anticipate that it would be along the same parameters as the stimulus check that I just talked about, the $1,200 per person plus $500 per dependent plus the $500 for adult dependents. So we'd anticipate it would be the exact same parameters as that. Also, lastly, one more point I want to hit on, then I'll wrap it up. I can always make another follow-up video to this talking about other points within this package. But that is the unemployment benefit, the federal enhanced boost, and that is at a rate of $450 per week for 8 weeks. And then after that, adjusting up to a maximum of $600, no more than $600, and no more than 100% of what a person was previously making or earning, I should say. And that goes through January 2021. So within this package, there's a lot of good stuff. I've read through it so many times now, and every time I read through it, I think, wow, this is so good. It literally hits on all the points that all the parties have wanted, and it's really, really good. All I can potentially see the parties doing is maybe negotiating on a few of the numbers, but other than that, man, you guys got to sign this thing, vote on it, pass it, and send it to the president. There should literally be no further delay on this stuff. They should just run it through the House, run it through the Senate, vote on it. Everybody should pass it, and then send it to the president, and we know he's going to slap his signature on it because he has already told us that he's going to. So I'm excited. I have tingles running through my body right now. Seriously, I just had a flow of tingles. And it's awkward. It feels, I'm sure my face is all red now. But anyway, this is good. I hope this helps you guys out. Again, I'll continue to watch all the details. As soon as we get further clarification on that retroactive word that I've been talking about, of course, I'll deliver that to you right away. But otherwise, I may catch you again later this afternoon with further breakdowns of further elements within this package. But either way, I'm so happy for everybody. We've been waiting for this for so many months, and finally it has been served. So thank you so much to the Problem Solvers Caucus for looking out for the American people, while all of these other congressional people continue to argue and just waste time. So finally, we have 50 people on our side, 25 Republicans, 25 Democrats, working in the best interests of the American people. We have to be incredibly grateful for these people. So thank you so much for watching this. Enjoy your day and hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. So thank you so much, everybody.